In regards to the spiritual side of things, you are a believer
Yes.
in Jesus and in heaven. So sometimes people can go through the loss of someone, and sometimes they can shake their fist at God, or sometimes they run towards God. What was your experience like with that, where you
Ran towards God.
ran towards him?
Yeah. Interesting enough, and this is what I mean about looking back and seeing the story unfold, is about a year or two, year and a half, 2 years before CJ died, he found a church that he liked. It was actually a church that my brother and sister-in-law liked, and so they invited CJ, and CJ says, Mom, I think you'll really like this church. And he went with his boys, and it's like, okay. So I started going to the church, and it was just nice going with CJ, the boys, my brother and sister-in-law. And so, but Carl never went. We've gone to church off and on for, years. And then fast forward, and CJ dies, and I felt the need to go back to that church. So the CJ died on a Monday, and that Sunday, the next Sunday, I was in church.
Wow.
And I kept saying, and Carl came with me, and has been coming with me ever since. And I said, I don't know if I can do this, but I have to at least try. I don't know. I just felt like I needed to be sitting in the same area that CJ and I and the boys sat. And so I walked into the church, and I saw my brother and Kathy there. And I just looked at my brother and started crying. I go, I think I came too soon. I need to leave. And he goes, before you leave, I want you to introduce you, or I want you to see Roy. And I said, okay. Well, Roy was we call him CJ's mentor. And he came over and, hey, how you doing? And I said, you know what? I think I've come back too soon. I need to go home. I'm so sorry. He goes, no, you don't. You need to sit down. Nice. And so we sat right there in the lobby and talked for like 20, 30 minutes. He, too, had a son that died suddenly, and, several years ago. And I just was mesmerized by the conversation and what he was saying to me. And I was able to pick myself up, go in, listen to the service, and I've been going ever since. In fact, Roy did CJ's service, which meant even more to us because he knew CJ.
Yeah, not just a stand-in pastor. Yeah.
Exactly. And the church music was there's something about music that's very healing for me. And at that time, more healing than almost the service and the sermon itself. And as soon as the music would come on and I'd listen to the words, just emotion was released. But it felt good afterwards, like good, solid, get it out, crying. So faith has been huge in my journey, believing that I can get through it, because Sandy Peckinpah said, trust me, I promise if you do these things, you will be able to, laugh. And there wasn't just one thing that I can say I've gotten through it. Have I gotten through it all the way? I never will. And I have to give myself grace to allow myself to still have a broken heart. He's my son. I'm never going to forget about him. While at the same time, I can laugh and enjoy life. It's really a strange thing to live through. Really strange.